Hello everyone, in today's tutorial we're going to be going over how to perform a flying side kick. Before attempting any of the progressions for this kick, I do recommend you watch our side kick tutorial because all of that technique from that video will greatly help you in learning this kick. In addition to that, before attempting any of these progressions, I do recommend you warm up and loosen because this kick is very high impact on the lower body joints, especially the ankles. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I want to start in a very clear fighting stance. You have to determine which leg you want to be kicking with, so I'm going to be kicking with my dominant leg, my right leg. I'm going to have that leg in the back. Similar to front kick, because the first step for flying side kick is going to be a knee, we want to have our hips and shoulders more forward, and my guard will be up. So step number one for flying side kick is a skip knee. I'm going to raise my rear leg up, and at the peak of my knee up, I'm going to jump. So skip, skip. Pay attention to your foot position because this is a side kick. In the skip, I want to have my foot already flexed, ready to strike with the heel. Now you can only do the knee up with no arms, but if you want a little more height for your flying side kick, then use your arms to your advantage. So I want to put my right arm in front. This arm should match the kicking side, and then my other arm down by my side. Now when I skip knee, I want to switch the positions of the arms. So my right arm will go down when my right knee comes up, and my left arm will come up. Think about punching toward the ceiling. That will give you more height, more power on the initial takeoff of the flying side kick. All right, so from there, let's go ahead and talk about step number two now. It's very similar to the side kick. So step number two is the turn. So skip knee, and in the middle of the air, I'm going to turn my hips and shoulders over into a side kick chamber position. So skip up and turn. Pay attention to how I land here. Check that your standing foot has your toes facing behind you, and then make sure your knee is pulled into your chest and your foot is still flexed because this is a side kick. In step number two also, you need to make sure you pull your hands in. So step number one is when we're using our arms to make sure you generate more power and height, but step number two, that's when I pull it in. Try your best to go up as much as you can first because this is what will allow you more time to be able to rotate over. So try not to skip it too much, cutting the angle or immediately going to the turn position. Make sure you go up as much as you can first, and then you turn over. So watch, step one is skip knee, and then step number two is turn and land. From here, step number three, kick, like a side kick, and step number four will be recover. All right, so watch. One, skip knee. 1 and 2 is skip knee turn. And 3, kick pull back. And 4 will be recover. Now for step number 2, let's talk about what you need to do with the jumping leg. So for flying side kick, you can keep it straight, close to the ground when you're first learning it to help you feel a little more comfortable. But if you want your flying side kick to look nice, then you need to tuck it in. So what you can do is go to position 2, and from here, you're going to practice jumping off of your jumping leg and kicking your heel to your butt. Now to do this, it takes a lot of energy. You have to be pretty explosive, but it's more about the timing. Can you do it? Can you pull your leg in quickly and then re-extend? So just like this. Kick up, and then land on it again. Kick up. Kick up. Once you're pretty comfortable with that, go back to steps 1 and 2 and add in that leg tuck. So I'm going to do my skip knee, add the turn now, and when I turn, I pull my hands in and pull my jumping leg in. So skip up, turn, pull the other leg in. And make sure you're landing sideways because it is a side kick. Once you're pretty comfortable with that, then you just add steps 3 and 4, the kick, pull back, and the landing. So watch. Up, turn, kick, pull back, and down. If you're struggling with getting jumping height, you can run into it. You can take a couple steps, and then if you know how to do a couple steps, you can turn it into a full-on run later on. So I'm going to show you how to do the run up a little bit. I'm going to do 2 steps. So starting in fighting stance, your kicking leg should still be in the back. Whenever you jump, the kicking leg should be in the back. All right? So no matter how many steps you take, before you take off, you have to make sure that kicking leg's in the back so you can swing it up. So just like this. I'm going to do 2 steps. 1, 2, up turn, kick, pull back down, just like that. Watch again. Step, step, turn, kick, and pull back down. Notice how I did land on one foot first. So I land on my jumping leg, and then I let the rest of the force absorb onto my other foot. So try your best to have a smooth landing, and as I said before, try to land on the balls of your feet, and then let those knees absorb the impact. Especially that jumping leg, after you kick and land, make sure, soft landing, and then let the rest of the force be distributed into your other foot. So watch one more time. I'm gonna land on my jumping leg first, and then I land smoothly on the other leg to make it lower impact on my ankles. Smooth landing. If you're stomping on the ground and it's really loud, like this, you're landing a little too hard, that may indicate that you're landing incorrectly. And then if your ankles are hurting, then you may be landing a little incorrectly. So make sure you have a soft landing, a soft, smooth landing, just like that. And that's how you perform a flying side kick. We wish you the best of luck in learning this kick. If you have any suggestions for what we should do a tutorial on next, be sure to let us know in the comments down below. This is Champions Taekwondo Academy. Thanks for watching.